know, I guess humanity died, like the world was destroyed. Well, I mean, I guess we saw like a bunch of pieces, you know, and a weird white-haired waifu, you know, talked to us, but she said like, yeah, give up, you're an idiot, you can't do anything. So I guess the entire city was consumed, and maybe the rest of the world? Actually, I don't know. I just assumed the rest of the world would be destroyed as well, but maybe not, I don't know. At the very least, the city that, you know, all the characters live in, at least, you know, they all died. What do? I guess start a new game? October 8th, the first day, we're back to, yeah, just back to this option. Remember when we talked to Tiger and she put persimmons in our room? It really is like, I was thinking, yeah, it really is like some sort of like Groundhog Day, maybe, you know? Well, it gives us the choice to do different things now. At least the first day, we can go to school instead. Let's do that. Instead of staying home. Go here. And you talk to Tiger again, or talk to the student council president? Sure, let's talk to our true best friend.
Ohayo, Emiya.
Oh, ohayo, Issei.
I greet Issei, who just came out of the student council room. As expected from the president of the student council, he's been enthusiastically fulfilling his duties since early morning.
そっか。Issei はまだ生徒会長なんだよな。
不審なことを言うな、エミヤ。
Ryudo Issei, the student council president, still solid as a rock. Humahara's overseer was this very Issei, the student council president. Anyway, since he was first year, he was the first year, he was earmarked as the next student council president. He more than lived up to expectations, performing admirably. Even if he stepped down, he'd still be called President Ryudo. Even at future reunions, he would probably still be remembered as President Ryudo. On the other hand,
部活は軒並み時代に引き継ぎしてるのにな。
仕方なかろう。用意こそしているが、引き継ぎたくても相手がいない。
So that was it. Issei's student council president aura was too great. As there was no suitable candidates, Issei was re-elected. It really was an unprecedented state of affairs.
いや、大荷物だな、Issei。
しかるべき人材が会長選で選ばれておれば、自分も元生徒会長と呼ばれていたはずなのだが、どうも今年の2年は新年と忍耐が未熟と見える。
Issei mutters to himself. This was causing him quite a few headaches. Even in conversation, he sounded lifeless.
生徒会の引き継ぎ難しいのか？
いや、そんなことはないのだが、現に今の執行部は2年の初期などを中心にして、なんとか3月の再会長選に向けて動いている。
誰かめぼしい2年に働きかけたりしてないのか？前の副会長のことか、一世の教え子みたいなもんだったろ？
If I don't do that, the possibility of another failure is high. Still, with half a year remaining, don't tell me Issei intends to be held back a year in order to retain his student council president post?
そうもいかん。彼女が自分の意思で立候補するならともかく、俺が推薦することはできん。
なんでさ？
彼女のためにならんし、下手をすると派閥を作ることになりかねん。傀儡政権とまではいかぬが、俺の推薦では体育連の部長たちがいい顔はすまい。
Very political.
そもそも生徒会は、正当かつ民主的な選挙によって行われるべきもの。俺の後任が誰になるかを決めるのは、俺ではなく、生徒全員でなくてはならん。
なるほど。
This president is worthy of admiration. As long as this Iron Man is here, I'm sure the next election is going to be a rough one as well. It was funny how, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like in anime, you know, the whole idea of having a student council and everything is, you know, kind of important, and all the cool people, you know, the leaders anyway, tend to be in the student council. But at least in real life, when I think about my school when I was younger, like, I didn't really care. Like, who cares? The student council doesn't do anything anyway.
霧島君以外に適任がいないのも事実でな。 彼女はいっそ留年してもう1年どうですかなどと冗談を言うが、それではあまりに進歩がない。かといって他に遺髪を継がせられる2年もおらん。
なかなか点が厳しい。
エミヤ、お前が一つ下の下級生であったら、おそらくは前乗していたであろうな。
Abdicate? Is he saying he'd give up the position of student council president to me? He says some scary things.
しかし、まだ時間はある。卒業まで生徒会長を続けることはそう苦ではなし。いや、むしろ延期の機会を与えられたことが幸いでもあるしな。
When Issei had won the elections by an overwhelming majority in his second year, what he set out for was a road towards reformation. The reason he had won was not because of the need for reformation, but because he was the epitome of a student council president, and few students at the time were focused on reformation itself.
やり残しがあるってことか。
ホムラハラの改革を妨げる要因はまだ取り除かれていない。
そっか。まあ、10年来の暗黙のルールだからな。一期じゃ難しかったか。
せめてあと1年任期があれば、部費の不均等問題や、同好会部の適正化問題や、校則改正動議なども区切りがつくものを。残念無念。
Issei's regret seeps through his speech. Even though I was only watching from the sidelines, I thought Issei was doing a good job, but if I could say one thing about him, he does have a weird way of showing passion for things. The one reason for that would be that Issei...
これもそれもだな。あの遠坂がいかんのだ。
Tohsaka。
それか。
遠坂が運動部の肩を持ち、修学旅行に干渉し、甘つさえ隠然とした影響力で役員を脅しすかして意志をねじ曲げ、結果かようにしてこの改革が遅れたのだ。
Raging all the way down to his core, it was the usual rant from Issei. At this rate, the only outcome is that the person he's ranting about shows up, and they get in a fight, or I listen to him until he finishes. I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, he hates Tohsaka so much. Like, probably, I don't know, in like a different alternate universe, maybe Tohsaka and Issei end up together, I don't know. It isn't always the case, at least in anime. You know, in fictional romance stories, tends to be the people that hate each other a lot actually end up loving each other, or something by the end. I don't know.
無駄な労力を遠坂に、あのホムラハラの女界に奪われなければ、今頃は穏やかな隠遁生活を送れたものを。
いや、遠坂はあれで結構一世の方針をよく噛み砕いてたと思うけど、他の部長たちみたいに感情で反対してこなかったろ？
And as far as I mean, yeah, it's funny how, as far as I know, we've never seen really like Rin actually be hostile towards, you know, Issei, or at least, you know, in a explicit way, I guess. I don't know why he's so angry at her for everything. I don't know.
わかっている。それゆえに、奴に口論で負けるわけにはいかんのだが。ところで、エミヤは遠坂の肩を持つのか？
いや、肩を持つっていうかだな。
I know quite well how scary she can be, so in a way I'm worried about Issei. All I can do is pray that they don't end up mutually destroying each other in a cross-counter fashion. Cross-counter! Ashita no Jo?
遠坂め、ここに至って俺の右腕を色仕掛けで模擬に来るとは。敵ながら最も効果的な攻撃を心得ているわ。勝つ！
Issei nods his head. It almost sounds as if he admires her.
もしかして一世って
何かあるのか、エミヤ？
遠坂がいないと寂しいのか？
Okay. Wow, Issei drew back with amazing speed.
何のことだ？それは、エミヤ。
He was just tsundere for Tohsaka this whole time.
そもさん。
せっぱ。だってほら、 寄ると触ると遠坂遠坂って言うだろ。一星もさ、ライバルにあいつがいなかったらやりがいがないんじゃないかと。
しっけえな。俺はあのような化粧の好敵手など持ちたいと思ったことはないぞ。
遠坂もきっと同じだって。そういう意味では宿命のライバルだ。
I try smiling, feeling a little refreshed. Homeroom is going to start soon.
時間切れか。この件に関しては後で思うところを確かめるぞ、エミヤ。
いいぞ。遠坂への愚痴ならいくらでも聞いてやる。
引っかかるな、その言い回し。なぜ生温かい目をする？
Well, really. The more we talk about it, the more likely it is that Issei will realize that even though he doesn't like Tohsaka, they're inseparable, are rivals.
今は教室に急ごう。ここで油売ってると藤姉に先を越される。
藤村先生か。確かに規則違反には容赦がない。急ぐぞ、エミヤ。
Okay. Oh no. I guess we can we go? We can skip. I guess we can skip, you know, days. I don't want to do that. I want to see the new scenes. I do not want to talk to Shinji. No, not talk to Sakura. I would rather not talk to the seaweed man. I stopped by the archery dojo. During the lunch break, Sakura does the preparations for club activities here. Just as I thought, the new archery club captain was already hard at work.
昼も部活とはご苦労様。
ちょっと違うんですよ。今日はお昼を食べに来ただけです。
そうか。いや、そろそろ大会前の教練の時期だと思ったから。
I've heard that the champion schools, even at lunchtime, they take their bows and try to fill up the training logs. The archery club at Homuhara, or how is it? Homurahara, isn't normally that strict, but that can't be said about this season.
そうですね。そろそろ秋の大会もありますから。
去年も三つ釣りがいろいろ言ってたな。代表が足りないとか。
確かに昇格が惜しいところだったんですけど、今年はいいところまで行くと思います。1年生で達者な子がいるんです。
From the rumors I've heard, she's probably talking about Mitsuzuri's younger brother. At any rate, Sakura's smiles looks promising.
ああ、ところでさくら、昼食はいつもここで？はい、
道場版は私がこなしてるんですよ。それに鍵も預かってますから。
それはお疲れ様。で、
Sakura's lunchbox is, well, that sure is an awful lot of food for just one person.
先輩、上がって一緒にお昼にしませんか？
いいのか？俺の分の弁当あるのか？はい、
ちゃんと先輩の分も用意してあります。ここに誘おうと思ってたところにちょうど来てくれたんでよかったです。
It reminds me of that time where you invited Shiro, you know, to join you for lunch, but then he just never showed up because she just forgot about you.
そりゃ助かる。では、ありがたく桜のお弁当をいただきます。
What were you gonna do if, you know, Shiro wasn't around? Would Sakura just eat by herself all of the food?
はい。では先輩、どうぞ上がってください。
Maybe. I do remember that one scene, you know, where she's like particularly hungry.
秋は涼しいですね。ここ。
So she has as big of an appetite as Saber, she just doesn't show it, you know, to everyone.
吹きさらしの屋上と違って、三方に壁があってちょうどいいしな。さて。
I sit on the plank floor at the back of the dojo. It's my first time having lunch here. Seems that Mitsuzuri and Tohsaka often drink tea here, though.
あ、先輩、座布団持ってきます。
いや、大丈夫。元部員が座布団にふんぞり返って座ってたら、後で三つ釣りあたりに笑われる。
そうですか。先輩はお客様ですから、 使ってもいいんですけど。
Sakura's the current captain. There's no way I'll sit on one while she's around. And she keeps on fidgeting and won't settle down. Is that like a thing? Or like you don't want to like sit on a pillow on the dojo floor? Like it's faux pas or something? I don't know.
審判座はどうですか、先輩。
あの畳に上がって飯食うのも変だし、ここでいい。
わかりました。じゃあお昼にしましょう。
Sitting down on the floor beside me, Sakura passes me the lunchbox. Oh, bento. Well, there's a lot of food in here.
それではいただきます。お世話になりっぱなしです。
いえいえ、これくらいお茶の子さいさいですから。
It's as if Sakura has a crush on Shiro or something. By the way, do you still have worms inside you? Do we fix that, in this universe where everything's good and dandy? Well, until the beasts attack and everyone dies. I don't know. Picking up my chopsticks, I open the box. Salmon on top of white rice and chicken stew, distinctly Japanese style. Salmon.
すみません。朝ごはんの流用品が多くて。
いや、あれだけ忙しい中で作れば当然だ。俺なんか朝飯と同じものを昼飯で食ってることもあった。
After getting off my part-time job, I was exhausted and usually didn't have the energy to fix something different for lunch. All of that changed when Sakura came.
藤姉なんか下手すると3食同じもの食ってても気がつかないし。
そうですか？結構藤村先生はそのあたり繊細じゃないかと思うんですけど。
要は気持ちよくお腹いっぱいになるかどうかだ、藤姉は。
そうだ先輩、今度は藤村先生のお弁当も作った方がいいですかね。
It's funny, like almost all. I mean, when I think about it, almost all the girls in the Emiya residence are like, big eaters. They have a big appetite. I'm surprised they're not fat. So I don't know. I mean, Saber, I guess, doesn't count. She's a heroic spirit. She can eat infinite amount of food and never get fat, I guess.
間違いなく喜ぶが、甘やかしちゃいかん、癖になると過去の経験が物語っている。
はあ、いろいろ大変だったんですね、先輩も。
I nodded as I chewed thoroughly on the sweet salmon, still full of flavor despite being chilled. With a Japanese-style lunchbox this good, Sakura's cooking is exceeding all expectations.
ライダーもお弁当を作れるようにならないかな。
どうだろうな。言えば黙々とチャレンジしてくれるんだけど、なんか義務って感じで楽しそうじゃないし。
ライダーと一緒にお料理できれば楽しいんですけどね。でもやっぱり先輩と一緒が一番勉強になります。
Looks like Sakura thought she hurt my feelings and is trying to hide it with a smile. It's fine. Even with 3 people in the kitchen, it'll work out somehow. Continuing to consume our respective lunches, I suddenly realized something. Could it be?
さくら、もしかして弁当を間違えてないか？
そうですか？でもお箸は合ってますよ。
あれ、そうか。なんかさくらの弁当の方が大きい気がしたから。
It may be because it was on top of Sakura's small thighs, but her lunchbox looked really large.
でも間違えても同じですよ。
これ大きさも中身も同じ
Ah, that must be why it looked bigger. Wait, but then...
てっきりさくらは少ないのかなとか。
でもほら、私と同じ量だと先輩午後にお腹減っちゃうじゃないですか。だから。
そうか。でもそうなるとさくらには多くないか？
Her lunch had at least 80% more than the amount I had.
普通ですよ、普通。私もこれくらいなら全然平気です。
普通、そうか。普通だったんだ。
Well, now that I think about it, because I was saying, like, I'm surprised she's not fat. I mean, Saber, again, she's like, she's not human. But also Sakura, when you think about it, because she has the worms inside her, you know, maybe the worms actually do increase her metabolism when I think about it, you know? So maybe that there is like a lore reason why she eats a lot, when you think about it. So, I mean, she does, well, obviously in Heaven's Fields, it goes beyond food, you know, it goes beyond normal food at one point. So I'm thinking, yeah, like, it's the worms that cause her to have such a big appetite. Doesn't explain Fujimaru though. I don't know. I guess Fujimaru is just a mystery in itself. I often hear about girls skipping lunch entirely, but...
そうですね。やっぱり運動しているからでしょうね。私がたくさん食べても大丈夫なのは。
So the secret to losing weight isn't cutting back on what you eat, but rather using more energy? Wait, but it doesn't seem like Sakura is really worried about that. In fact...
それにですね、先輩。私たち、まだまだ育ち盛りですよね。
Sakura is still growing? When she's telling me something like that, it makes me wonder what part of her she's referring to. Without realizing, I stop moving my chopsticks and look down. Oh, this is not good. This fantasy is not appropriate for a sacred archery dojo. You thinking about boobies? That how, you know, this always is in anime, you know? Doesn't go to the stomach, it goes to the boobies. Even though it doesn't make any sense. I don't think that's how boobies work.
いや、弁当はうまいし、桜の料理も上手だ。育ち盛りって、ほら、ちょっと考えてただけ。ほら、なんだ、この年になって、まだ背が伸びるのかな、とかな。
昔より先輩、背が伸びてますよね。これからも伸びるんじゃないでしょうか。
もっと欲しいんだよな、背。こればっかりは鍛えて伸びるものじゃないから仕方ないか。
I mean, Shirou does get taller. He also gets a tan.
気にしすぎですよ。今でも先輩はしっかりしてて頼りがいがありますから。
It's blatant flattery, but I'm still glad to hear it. Right now, there's nothing I can do but stay focused. If I become strong enough to lift Sakura up with one arm, maybe I'll be able to accept her compliments sincerely.
お茶汲んできましょうか。
欲しい欲しい。まだ時間があるし、ゆっくり一服してから戻ろうか。はい、
先輩。
Okay. I mean, again, this question mark thing, but probably nothing will happen, right? I mean, I guess might as well. I don't think there's an option to like go anywhere else except, you know, skip to the next part. So I don't know, we'll just see the scene. Oh, did I press? What did I press? I have no idea. Yeah. Let's go on that. Just a normal day. Yeah, nothing will probably happen. As I start preparing dinner, I glance outside and notice that the sun has already set. A drop like a rock is an apt expression. Looks like the sunset waits for no man. I click on the button on in the school area. It says part-time job, but I guess we skipped it. You know, we skipped the part-time job because, you know, it's not really interesting. Skip to like going home maybe, I'm thinking. I reply while pounding out a steady rhythm with the kitchen knife. There's a lot of clattering in the living room behind me. Wait, Ilya's not here. Though she leaves the assault with Fujine in the morning, she often isn't here during dinner. When she does come is usually when everyone's relaxing after already having finished dinner.
Saber, そりゃ助かる。ライダーが行くと藤根んとこの若い衆さんが怖がるからな。ささっと行って帰ってきてくれ。
I sense a quick nod from the two of them. They grab a large empty bottle and merrily head for the Fujimaru group.
Shiro, 調理中にすまないのですが。
Ryder appears as if to replace the two who just left. The punctual Ryder won't show her face in the living room before 7 o'clock. Until then, she stays in her room immersed in reading.
シローの留守中、ゴシップの定期購入をしろと見知らぬ人物が訪ねてきました。断ったのですが、まだ諦めない。取ってくれるまで毎日来ると不屈の闘志を燃やしているのです。
Ah, yes, a door salesman. What you should do, Ryder, is take off your glasses and, turn them to stone.
率直に言って、あれは敵とみなして良いのでしょうか？
Yes.
いいな、断じてみなしてはいけない。
Why? Because it would cause fatalities. Treat others kindly, treat yourself kindly. Ryder seems patient, but she has zero tolerance towards enemies. Her classification of someone as friend or enemy happens amazingly quick. Saber is also rather similar in this aspect. Despite having some leeway in her definition of enemy, once acknowledged, Saber won't show any mercy either. Oh, I saw her face, actually. Funny face.
自信はありませんが、明日もおとなしく彼の話を聞いています。
無理に付き合う必要ないぞ。新聞ならもう撮ってるって言えば3ヶ月はやってこないからその方向で。もしくは桜を呼べば即時解決。
桜ですか？しかし、ああいった出会いは桜も苦手だと思いますが。
Yeah, I mean, when I think about Sakura, it's pretty shy, but I don't know.
苦手なものって克服できるらしい。桜の新聞勧誘の交わし方はすごいぞ。見ているこっちが怖くなるぐらい。
Or maybe she is. Maybe she turns on her alternate personality when she's dealing with annoying people. Gets her, like, dark uniform, her hair turns white, anyway. In her suggestive passive manner, she grabs the wheat by the very roots and then, at the very last moment, cuts it thoroughly with a smile on her face. Sounds violent. No man can withstand the shock of hearing. I should be going soon before I call the police, okay? With that smile of hers, okay. A passive-aggressive style of defense, along the lines of a Kyoto native offering a guest some bubuzuke as a sign that they've overstayed their welcome.
なるほど。日頃温和な分、本気で怒らせてはいけないというのは理解できます。ところで、その桜はどこに？
セイバーと一緒に藤村組だ。すぐ帰ってくるから藤姉とテレビでも見ててくれ。
盛り付けの手伝いはしなくてよろしいのですか？
いや、気持ちだけで十分。今日は大皿一枚で事足りるから。
Lightly bowing, Ryder returns to the living room.
せっかく手に入れた伝説のラケットレインボーガッデムのお披露目なのに。
Racket Rainbow, goddamn.
すみません。こちらのニュースが見たかったもので。
Again, look at that new sprites, look at that new facial expressions, look at that face.
明確すぎてもはや理由になってねえ。なんでよ、退屈しないわよそのアニメ。ラケットのくせにフロッピーとかピザとかレーザー砲を内包したマッド兵器とか使ってね、もう面白いとかつまらないとか超越した次元の作品なんだから。
I can't believe Fujimaro is a weeb. Quietly nodding in response to Fujine's explanation, Ryder still ruthlessly changes the channel. It is said that reading is a part of her life and watching TV is just a simple hobby of hers.
しかし、なんだな。
It's got really lively here. Food hasn't even been served and it's this noisy already. How much worse will it be once dinner starts? Okay. Again, I'll go back to nice, simple slice of life scenes, happy anime scenes. Well, this time we're gonna go for last time I think we just hung around the Emiya residence, didn't do much. Let's go for a walk. Alone, I guess. Okay, we visited the temple before already. Let's go somewhere else. Let's see. Let's patrol the north residential area. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong here. Even though there isn't a single person out on the streets, I can hear the sound of family conversations inside. The streets are calm and quiet, perfect for a light night stroll under the moonlight.
異常なし。次行ってみるか。
I leave the Japanese-style residential district. Oh. On the way back, I catch a person's silhouette out of the corner of my eye. It leaves a bit of an impression on me that it looks as thin as origami. Dark moon. Nope. Oh, well, we saw that, I guess. It's the next day. Nothing to do here. Let's go back here. Let's see. Well, we can go again. Yeah. This time we will talk to the minor characters. We'll probably get more character development in this game because they don't get a lot in the actual original game. Stay night. Well, it's a holiday and there are few people at school. A fa from the wind music club mixing with the other wind instruments vaguely reaches my ears. This rough, almost beast-like way of running. Eh.
それはこっちの言い分だ。急に飛び出ておいて言うセリフがそれか。そっちこそぼんやり突っ立ってるな、エミヤ。
The self-proclaimed Fuyuki's Black Panther stood up ahead of me. Black Panther? Is that? Anyway, it was a rough greeting from Makidara Kaede of the Track and Field Club.
なんだ、マキデラか。前見て生きろ、じゃなくて走れ。お、いつも前を見て走ってるさ。エミヤだって前見てれば今のくらい避けられただろ。人をなんだと思ってる。
My body shamefully falls back to the ground. Well, speaking of panthers, actually, this character, I guess Kaede, I think that reminds me of Tiger, actually. She's very, energetic, comic relief, and everything. So she's like mini Tiger. Like, I remember I said before there was like a mini Sakura, I guess, out of the people who don't really have magic, you know. I guess Fujimaro doesn't have magic either, but Kaede also just reminds me of like a mini Tiger. Being looked down on by Makidera, there's no end to my humiliation. Yes, harem protagonist EX, Shirou's innate skill.
Huh?
Makidera, the track and field ace, is even tougher than me. At first glance, she looks like she's lively as ever, but she's the type who try to hide her injuries anyway. I guess she felt bad for me lying on the floor like this, so she offers me a hand. As I try to get up on my own, my finger catches on a thin chain. It's Tohsaka's pendant I've been keeping in my pocket. I try to put it away quickly, but still receive an odd stare. I bet this kind of jewelry doesn't fit my image. However, she isn't looking at it in an ordinary way. Funny that she realizes that, because I mean it was kind of like a pretty semi-important plot device, you know, in Stay Night. It is a long story. I'll have to retell the entire unlimited, Blade Works route for you to understand. So sit down, let me tell you the story of Fate Stay Night. Not as long as it is absurd, I can't talk about the details. It's my dad's memento that's been passed to me. The design is just a coincidence. Maybe I should make up some sort of story like that right now? Makidera's laughing in an oddly excited way. Rather, it's as if she's about to say how incredibly suspicious it is that Tohsaka and I have matching pendants. I like that laugh. A violent scheme is brewing inside the Black Panther. Emiya and Tohsaka have matching pendants. If this rumor were to spread, who knows what kind of disaster it could cause among Humahara's male population. A drop of cold sweat runs down my forehead. Oh no, there's a heavy feeling in my stomach. It's like, this is like the way you describe Shirou almost dying or something.
ほらなんだ私は見なかったことにしてやってもいいんだぞ
まあ聞いてら交換条件はなんだクレープかそれともあんみつか
いやそんなんじゃなくてさそのペンダント売ってる場所私に教えてくれないかね
そんなものを知ってどうするんだ
いいじゃん別にほらそのダサいデザインが逆にかっこいいっていうかさ何私もちょっと欲しくなったっていうかさそれエミヤがどっかのショップで買ったんだろ店教えれ
すまないそれは俺も知らない
It's not like I'm lying this time, that's just all I can answer. Tohsaka didn't buy hers as well, it was passed down to her through generations of ancestors after all. It's probably not the kind of thing you could just buy somewhere. Well, I mean, probably in real life there's probably some kind of replica out there for sale. Whatever.
もしかしてさ、エミヤ。
なんだ？
それ、あんたがプレゼントしたんじゃなくて、遠坂からプレゼントされたの？
ああ、そういうことにしておいてくれ。
And before I realized it, there were two of them. Doesn't this story seem even stranger in reality? Ow! This time it's no accident. That's an attack. Punch Shirou in the face.
何すんだマギデラ。
この男殺せ！絶対殺せ！
殺すって人がおとなしく2度も3度も殺されると思うなよ。
遠坂にそんな高価な品を貢がせる悪しき男は私が天に代わって重罰を下してくれるわ。
Quite a scream. Getting a chance like this in the hallway on the day off. What the? Well, I don't know if we should get so mad about Tohsaka's pendant. I mean, if I can think of like one reason, it's the fact that it looks like a pretty expensive jewelry. Looks pretty important too, the fact there's two matching ones, and she's the one that gave it to Shirou, and yet, I guess maybe like, you know, they're not like a couple maybe in this universe, so it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a really big, a lofty gesture, and then Shirou doesn't think much of it, at least, maybe that's the impression that Makidera is getting. I have no idea, but I need a defense plan, quick! And then he gets a book and then trace on.
冗談はよせ。あ、さてはお前さっき足じゃなくて頭打ったんだろ
う。もはや倒して経験値とそのレアアイテムゲットだぜ。
Yes. The Black Panther of Humahara is gaining ground. Let's get out of here at full speed before I find out the origin of that nickname. Okay. Oh. That happened. Well, we can go to the streets now. Let's talk to other people. There's Sakura over there. Lancer's still there, but I don't know, yeah. As far as I know, I mean, there was an option to talk to them about multiple things, but they're not available, right? So, as far as I know, if there is like another thing to talk to him about, then probably there will be an exclamation mark on him, I'm thinking. That's what I'm guessing. Well, here, but, you know, that doesn't do anything. So I guess, yeah, just talk to Sakura. Go to her house, actually. Dropping by the Mato residence for a visit on a whim, I find Sakura peering around outside in front of the entrance.
あれ？先輩だ。うちに何か用ですか？
いや、たまたま通りかかったんだ。そういう桜こそどうしたんだ？家の鍵でもなくしたのか？
大丈夫ですよ。いくら渡してもそう頻繁になくしたりしません。それにですね、なくしても一人で開けられるからへっちゃらなんです。
Like even if she doesn't have the key, she can still open it? What does that mean? So the metal residence has an auto lock system now? I bet it's the same locking magic as the one at Tohsaka's place. Things have been getting dangerous again, so that's a great idea, except... He doesn't. He's starving now. On the streets. Oh, that's funny. He has keys to the front door, and the living room, and the bathroom, and his own room. That's a lot of locks. That's a lot of locks. I don't think that's normal. So basically, if Shinji loses them, he's out in the cold. In fact, it seems that all the doors inside have locks. That's a pretty strict education policy. Plus, I don't think I could get in. Next time I come here, I'll make sure not to stray away from Sakura.
最近シンジのキーホルダーが監修みたいになってたのはそういうことか。で、鍵をなくしたわけでもなく、鍵なんか必要ないさくらは玄関で何してるんだ？
おじいさまがお客様が来るから玄関で待っていなさい。
Zulkin is still around? I don't know about that guy, Mr. Bugman. I don't think he's a very good person.
なんでも遠方からのお客様で本当は塩をかけて追い返したいんですけど立場上もてなしてあげなくてはいけないのだとか。
Some sort of guess. It's funny how, I mean, I assume they mentioned Kirei's dead, but not Zulkin. Thought all the bad guys were dead, you know, all the bad villains, but there's still Zulkin around. I don't know what he's doing.
複雑そうだな。造剣のじいさんの客か？
それが本来なら姉さんのところにやってくるお客様なんだそうです。でも姉さんは留守にしているから代理としておじい様に挨拶をしに来るとか。
I see. So someone either from the association or the church is making the typical round of courtesy visits.
そりゃ邪魔したな。変な因縁つけられる前に帰るよ。
助かります。姉さん、先輩を教会の人にも見せちゃダメだってよく言うんです。あいつ保護指定動物だからとかなんとか。
Yeah, Shiro's technically like a rogue mage and everything. He was like illegally taught magic by his dad, so. And who might be the one abusing that endangered animal? Next time I see her, I'd like to point that out.
じゃあ一足先にうちに戻ってる。遅くなるようだったら電話してくれ。迎えに来るから。はい、必ずお電話しますね。
A quick wave and I'm out to leave. But my curiosity got the better of me. I think I'm going to want to hear just a little more detail.
なあ、さくら。お客様ってどんな人なんだ？
新しく派遣された監督さんだって話です。正式な辞令が下りたら、教会の司祭代理として引っ越してくるかもしれないっておじい様が。
Yorokobe? Which means that old man Dillo will be returning to his country. Wait, old man Dillo? Who's that? Well, yeah, it was strange that Bishop will be assigned to one church in a small town. It makes more sense to have a priest taking over. What's the difference between a bishop and a priest? I don't really understand, but I guess Dillo was like the priest or the bishop that took over Kirei's place or something?
さくら、じいさんがいなくなるの寂しくないか？あの人、さくらを可愛がってくれてたけど。
But I guess priest is higher in the ranking than a bishop, maybe. I don't know. At least in the Fate universe.
そうですね。けど、公認が決まるまでの間って聞いてましたから。
Alright. After all, old Dillo did originally come just for the Holy Grail War post-mortem. There must be no more reason to prolong his stay. My curiosity is now satisfied. And so this time, I do leave the Mato residence behind. Epilogue. In the end, Sakura spent half the day waiting for someone that never showed up. Oh, okay. Okay, she got stood up by the guests. Okay, just over. Okay, same thing, so I guess go for a walk again? I mean, there's nothing else. Yeah, go for a walk again. Alone. I'll visit over here. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong here. It's dimmer than Shinto in the distance, but if you listen carefully, you can hear sounds of activity. The sound of a passing car's engine. The ragged breath of a running silhouette. A light from a house with laughter spilling out. The heavy breathing of a running silhouette with his tongue hanging out. Otherwise, it's red text. Well then, I guess it's about time to go back and catch him sleep. You know, just ignore the ominous red text. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Sakura, we already talked to her. Let's see, anything else to do here? Go to school. Yeah, I guess go to school. Talk to you, Mini Sakura. This is what I call you. Because you're like a shy, you know, shy, quiet character. Today's club activities, track and field. I didn't use the grounds when I was in the archery club, so the rotation schedule has never been clear to me.
陸上部の練習ってあんなにハードだったっけ?
Yeah! Screamed the freshman while running around like lemmings, and from the predator driving them from behind.
ほら次400を6分走れ走れ走れしねーそこ遅れるぐらいなら前のやつを倒せ負けこれすなわちスプリンターとしての死と心得るべし
Makeda Kaede, the self-styled Humahara's Black Panther, a girl born to run.
なんだ本当に部活には熱心なんだなマキデラ
And anyway, would it be death as a sprinter to hit the run in front of you?
おや誰かと思えばエミヤ何がし見学か?
I turn around to see who Himuro standing there. Himuro is a member of the high jumper team, so she's probably not with the sprinters.
よ邪魔してるぞただの通りすがりだけど気がついたら見学してた
見学は喜ばしいが見て面白いものでもいや面白いかあれは傍から見ている分には愉快な女だ
That's an understatement. Our hearts are one under the Black Panther.
しかしマキデラはともかくとしてヒムロは走ったりしないのか走り高跳びだって走り込みぐらいはするだろう
私は軽く済ませた調整時期でね今の時期あそこまでは走り込まない
そうかしかしあっちはとんでもない練習量だな1年生死にそうなんだけどマキデラってスパルタ
After running the track, the freshmen look as if they're about to collapse. Right now they're jogging, but their gait is wavering and unsteady. But even now, Makidera is menacing the Frenchman from behind with threats of more practice. Did I say Frenchman? Freshman.
60秒切らねば意味がないもっとも楓は根性論者だからなあれは1年をギリギリまで追い詰める魂胆だろう限界まで追い込んで絶望させるというのがあれの指導方針だ
スパルタというより S の方だったか
Yes. That must be why her hands move before her mouth. That beast just thrives on violence.
今年の1年は気の毒だなあんなの俺だって値を上げるぞ
そんなことはないだろうスピードを維持できるかは保証できないがあの運動量ではエミヤを根負けさせることはできないさ
I don't know what she's basing that on, but Himuro was quick to give an opinion on my endurance. Funny. Himuro Kane seems like a normal girl, but some would say otherwise. As usual, with her profound personality, she suddenly says...
で、先ほどの話なのだが、マキデラはサディスティックではなく、むしろマゾヒスティックだと思うぞ。
Ah, yes.
私は。
So she's a pervert. I guess I'm the one who slipped out while talking, but seriously, what is she saying all of a sudden?
マキちゃんって変態さんなの?
To our misfortune, it was the team manager, Saigusa Yukika, passing by unable to conceal her surprise upon learning her friend's secret.
かなりその気は。ご苦労様ユキカ。
三枝先輩、こっちもお願いします。
Picking up a basket filled with bottles, she crosses across the grounds.
待った。手伝うぞ、私も。
俺も。
あ、いいんです、エミヤ君。これくらい大丈夫ですから。
Ah, well, I guess she'll be okay since Kumoro's with her. And the other members of the team will probably be surprised if an outsider was carrying the bottles over.
よーし、各自ダウンして水取れよ。今のシーズン抜きがちだからな。気ぃつけろよ、よっこども。で、昼終わったらミーティングな。1へ集合。遅れたら遅れた秒数だけダッシュ追加でよろしく。
Yes, this is. The group of weeping freshmen, forced into a never-ending cycle of jumps and dashes, finally starts to disperse. They're worn out. After the much work, surely no man could have had any energy left, whether they like it or not.
お疲れ様、マキちゃん。はい、これ。
おうおう、いつも精が出るね、ゆきっち。ヒムロは調整はどうだい？
悪くはない。
With her bottle in hand, she lightly jogs by me. Her gaze crosses over me. I guess she noticed there's a strange new visitor around?
なんだ、エミヤじゃん。何してるの？
何言って。見ての通り見学だよ。
暇なんだな。
That's exactly it. Before I knew it, patrolling to find something odd around the town turned into a neighborhood stroll in search of something to entertain myself with. The reason being, there really isn't anything I can find that looks wrong.
じゃあそこの暇人、やることないなら我が部の役に立つのはどうよ。
また何か壊したのか？
壊してない。先週鉄砲おかしくしただけ。
That's what you call breaking it, but whatever.
その鉄砲以外で何かあるのか？
ハードルの調整で渋いのが増えてきてさ。エミヤならちょっと直せるだろ。交渉次第でそれなりに報酬やるからさ、ちょっと考えてみて。
いいぞ、それぐらいお安い御用だ。
早っ、あと安っ。なんだよ、やけにあっさり引き受けるじゃんか。私エミヤのそういうところ信用なんないっつうかさ。
なら断ろうか？
別にやってくれるならやってよ。いいよ、便利だから。
助かるな、エミヤ。礼を言わない楓に代わって礼を言おう。
あ、エミヤ君にお世話になるから、お昼一緒に食べませんか？
何誘ってんだよ、ゆきっち。いいよ、そんなの。エミヤはただがいいって言ってるんだ。いいか、そいつは無償奉仕大好き族と言って気を使われると逆に死んでしまうんだ。
Am I a rabbit or something?
でもエミヤ君にそんなことお願いしちゃ悪くないかな。
But maybe not too bad, she doesn't care after all?
エミヤ次第だな。まあその様子では昼の持ち合わせがあるようには見えないが。
ああ、昼はどこかで適当に食べようと思ってた。
Taigasa looks really happy. Seeing a face like that, it just couldn't refuse.
部のみんなの分のお弁当があったんですけど、休みの子がいてちょっと余っちゃったんですよ。エミヤ君、助けると思って食べてくれませんか？
OK、 そういうことならありがたくごちそうになる。
I can just think of it as a reward. If I get treated to lunch, I'll even be more motivated to fix the hurdles.
エミヤになんか食わせることないって。ブーブー。
牧の字なら昼は2人前まで、夜3人前までは平気だからな。
平気じゃねえよ。どこの日本妖怪だよ、それ。
She slowly understood that even if there was no Japanese demon like that, there may be one in the Western world. Okay.
いただきます。
She has a fang. I did not know that. Well, lunch begins. I guess there are no club activities after lunch since all three change clothes before eating. Inside a foil wrapper are sandwiches made of marinated salmon and thick French rolls. Since lunchboxes were mentioned, I was expecting rice and various side dishes, but it ended up being fairly light. Well, after working out that hard, I don't think I could eat something fried. It was a good choice for the manager to pick.
どうぞ。粗末なものですが。
粗末なもんか。ありがたやありがたや。でもエミヤはな、聞くところによると美食家らしいからな。
2年の魔道場は2日に1度の割合で重箱弁当を届けているという噂がある。
Since when have those rumors started? It's my own matters, but when they put it like that, it really does sound like I'm way too spoiled, lunch-wise.
重箱で？すごいな、マトウさん。私そんなに作れないな。
そんなわけで舌が肥えてるし、確かエミヤも料理するんだろ。気をつけろよ、ユキカ。お昼次第ではおかみを呼べとかユキカに迫ってくるかもしれないぞ。
Might turn into Ramsey. Oh no.
それはどこの文人の食通だ、牧野氏。
Is that the guy? Ramsey, right? The guy, you know, he's like he gets angry at people. The food that's cooked, like that's undercooked. It's fucking raw. No, anyway. Wow, I may be spoiled, but so is the track team. Who could complain about this lunch? Tiger says lunchbox may be a plain, but it was made with the person eating it in mind. Even Tohsaka, for only the best policy, would have been touched by the thought Saikusa put into it.
よしよし、ユキッチ、そうなったら私が究極のメニュー対決で応援してやるからな。なに、京極の旦那さえ抑えておけば大体勝ちさ。
私は面目ない。料理では役に立てない。
You know, I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I'm kind of like, she's, I guess, what's her, to be honest, I keep forgetting their names, but the Black Panther is like Mini Tiger, short hair girl is Mini Sakura, I'm thinking the glasses girl is kind of like, she's kind of like Mini Rider, maybe a little bit, you know, a little bit.
でもエミヤくんは美味しそうに食べてくれるから大丈夫だよ。
Hearing my name, I raise my head.
行儀悪かったか、俺。
そうじゃない。エミヤがいい笑顔で食べてくれるので嬉しいとユキカは言いたいのだ。
いい笑顔って、そりゃ美味しいものを食べてたら自然と頬が落ちるだろう。
よかった。あ、ヨーグルトもありますからどうぞ。
エミヤのお眼鏡にかなってよかったな、ユキカ。こうなると魔道場の弁当よりエミヤの弁当というのも興味あるな。
エミヤの弁当ね。でもエミヤが弁当を食べてるとこ見たことないぞ、私。
生徒会室で竜道くんと一緒にいるんですよね。
寺の子の食事は肉分が少ないからな。さしずめ、エミヤは生徒会長にとって救いの天使というところだろう。
うわ、何そのフレーズ。何がびっくりって、はずいフレーズなのに全く違和感ねえのがすげえ。
Being unable to say anything back is a little sad, but even Issei is still a growing young boy. With only vegetables for lunch, he may run out of energy and faint in his battle against his bitter enemy, Tohsaka.
で、その竜道に与える弁当はうまいのか？生徒会長が癖になるほどスペシャルなのか？うちのユキッチが一勝したりいっぱいしたりを繰り返すほどアルティミットなのか？
味はそれなりだと自負してるがな。俺のは基本的に余り物だからスペシャルなんてもんじゃないぞ。だいたい男の弁当が女の子の弁当に勝てるわけないだろう。
Is there a rule against that? I mean, not just the neat looks, but even the very value of their existence is vastly different. I guess.
そうかな。男の子ってあんまりお弁当を作らないから、エミヤくんはやっぱり特別だと思うけど。
希少価値で言えばそうだよな。 でも食べるのがエミヤと竜道だけじゃな。陸上部みんなのアイドル、我らがユキッチの敵じゃないっつうか。
いや、エミヤの昼食なら遠坂城も食べているはずだ。前にエミヤの弁当箱を机に入れていたのを見たことがある。
Nani? Chunks of French bread feel like they're gonna get stuck in my throat. Himuro Kane is frightening as Tohsaka Rin is careless. I don't mind making it for her, but I told her to hide it carefully. I don't know. I guess it's such a big... I don't know it's like a big deal in actual Japanese culture, but at least in, again, like just anime tropes. It's kind of like a bento, like a lunchbox bento, you know? It's just, for some reason, has like romantic implications, I guess.
Makinoshi, みたいではなく付き合っているのではないかね、この二人は。
認めねえ。あの高慢チキでゴーツ配りな女にこんな海外しいヘルパーつくもんか。遠坂みたいな女に友達はできん。いたとしても利用する気満々の私ぐらい
だ。Are you jealous? I don't know.
しかしだな、現実問題として遠坂城は週に2回はエミヤ印の弁当箱を持ってくるのだが。
それならエミヤを色仕掛けとかでダメにするの。言うなればくそー、なんて言ったっけな、そういうの。はいユキッチ。
私？多分骨抜きじゃないかな。
それだ。100人から先は覚えていない。
You are... What does it mean? I can only assume it's like a Japanese phrase, maybe? I can't really be translated directly into English. You are already dead. Mo Shinderu? I don't know. Anyway.
よし。ほら、エミヤくん。あげたくないけど、ここに私のヨーグルトもあるよ。
Here's my yogurt. What? Nani?
食べれ。
いいよ。さっき三枝さんからもらったから。
私の魅力ではなびかるというのか。いいじゃんよ。プルーンだよ。あんま美味しくないけど食べてくれよ。
ダメだよマキちゃん、そんなせかしちゃ。
ユキか、牧寺の心境も少しは察してやれ。哀れな。
Looks like something snapped in Makidara's head. Well, it was probably Himuro who did it, but the follow will come to me alone. It's time to retreat. I've eaten my lunch, so let's go return the favor.
俺はそろそろ失礼するよ。三枝、どうもな。サーモンとパン、どっちも美味しかったぜ。はい、
お粗末様です。
牧野寺の遠坂絡みのことは気に病むな、エミヤ。
やっぱり目障りだ、エミヤ。
Okay. Alright then, let's do our best and get to work. For the hurls, I need to grab the grease and oil spray from the tool shed and blah blah blah. Trace on. And then he fixes the stuff. Okay. I guess, yeah, we don't really see a scene of him fixing stuff because I guess that's just not very important. Let's go over the streets and let's see. We saw her in the big bridge. Nowhere else to go though. Yeah, no like new events except here, but this probably doesn't do anything. Sure, I don't know, let's go there for no reason. Why not? Oh. I spy a delinquent heroic spirit squatting in front of the church.
何してるんだ、ランサー。もしかして日向ぼっこか。な趣味はねえよ。
Okay, Lancer's here. That's new. You know, before when we go to like the question mark places, like there's no one that shows up, but I guess Lancer's here.
追い出されたから花壇に水やって
道に水まいてやることがなくなったからほうけてたんじゃねえか。
Ah, that's what people mean when they say enjoying the sunshine. Then again, maybe this guy doesn't consider enjoying the sunshine unless he's burning to a crisp on some beach somewhere. A tan so dark that would devalue Archer's stock. More tan than Archer. Moving on.
追い出されたってなんでさ。中誰かいるのか。
ああ、誰か来た。ただの客か、琴峰の後釜か。やぼったい僧侶の格好していたからな。教会の人間なのは間違いないんだろうが。
Yeah, we did hear that from Sakura. Oh, they didn't really visit, you know, the place. The Matog residence was expecting a guest at their place, but they didn't just show up. They just went to the church, maybe?
教会の人間。そいつがあんたを追い出したのか？
そうだよ。調べ物があるんでしばらく席を外してくれと。なんでか苦手なタイプでな。ま、ほっとけばすぐに帰るだろうから、こうして暇つぶししてんのよ。
Lancer sounds pretty disgruntled, which is rather unusual. So there's actually somebody that this guy who can have a friendly chat even with the likes of Saber Rider can't handle.
Lancer, 中入っていいのかな?
Also interesting that I guess, well, Kirei's dead, right? But well, I guess Dillo, you know, was the other, like, bishop that was here before. So I was thinking, like, was Lancer just squatting in the church? That's his home, I guess.
いいんじゃねえか。俺は門番を任されたわけじゃねえし。
Yep, he's not assassin. Careless as usual. Tired of sunbathing, he takes the can in one hand and starts sprinkling water again. With a quick wave, I open the door and go inside. Oh. Okay, that was weird. I thought, because it looked like everything was, like, destroyed and everything, but it looks fine. I don't know, that was weird. Well, there's nobody at the altar. The priest that greeted me here half a year ago is still gone. Anyway, just like he was at the end of that battle.
なんだよ。誰もいないじゃないか。
I look around in the garden, the stairs to the basement, the second floor, Kotomiya's private room, but the church is completely empty. Where's his orphans that he sucked the magic out of?
誰もいないぞ。裏手から帰ったんじゃ。
Hey, Lancer's gone too. I guess he realized the futility of his watering endeavor and went to depart from the station again. Only the watering can remains at the plaza. Oh well. Since the can was left for me, I make sure to sprinkle the remaining water on the flower bed before departing. Okay, I met Lancer, but like, I guess there was no one else. I was expecting to meet, like, the actual new priest, but I guess not. Alright, time for go to another walk. Alone. What are we doing? I don't even know. Let's see. I guess this is the last place we can visit. Doesn't be anything wrong here either. The flagless. Overseer and the 4 days. On the night of the 4th day, you have to find out what's going on. Oh, we know, well, from Sakura and Lancer actually, it says right here, that we know there's an overseer. I guess that's new information? No signs of life in this district because business as usual. No screams nearby as I hear a scream? What? I heard a scream, right? I don't know. And no howling pieces either. Perhaps due to the white moonlight, the town looks brighter than usual. Are you sure, Shiro? I definitely heard a scream. Someone went, yeah! Like that. I leave the western style residential district. Blood. Okay, on the way back, I know something red out of the corner of my eye. There are 1 or 2 brand new post boxes, yep. Totally not blood, it's just post boxes. There are no clues in Miyama. Let's just cross the bridge to investigate Shinto. Nothing wrong here, I guess. It's the 4th day. I remember on the 4th day we just end up dying, I guess. Probably at nighttime though, we might have the option to investigate these parts, I don't know. Oh, Smug Lowly. Let's talk to Smug Lowly. After a long journey, I finally arrived at the forest on the outskirts of the town. About 2 more hours and I'll be at the Einsburn Castle, which I'm even starting to get used to. However, Hey, it's Bazooka. For some reason, something amazing is blocking my way to the forest.
もしもし、ここで何をしてるのか聞いていいかな?
I'm just staring right at his abs. Okay, he is sentient, sort of. He still can't speak, though. There's no reply. I can't tell whether that's a yes or a no.
門番なのかな。森に入りたいんだけど、いいかな。イリアに用があるんだけど。
Ah, yes. There's no reply. Not a single word. Is he talking or is he just sleeping? Is he just snoring? He didn't say anything, so I guess that means it's okay to go. He's more or less an acquaintance, even if he is Berserker. He should have recognized me, right? And as I walk right past him, he slashes me right in the stomach.
よし。
Again.
それじゃあちょっと通りますよ。
I raise my hands and pass along his side. And then he cuts me in half. Oh no! The huge monster roars. It's as if he's saying, move any further, I'll send you flying back to Miyama.
ダメですか？今日は帰れと言いたいのでしょうか?
Interesting that we have like a full-on, you know, body sprite of Berserker like this. Even though all he does is yell at me. Rawr. Mr. Berserker is slowly losing his temper. I have truly no idea what he's saying. Would someone please find an interpreter?
お客様ね。約束もないのにレディの家に行こうだなんて追い返されて当然でしょ。って誰かと思えばシロは？
イリア。
そうだよ。こんにちはお兄ちゃん。ここで会うのは珍しいね。
Ilya waves her hands energetically, but for some reason she doesn't leave the forest.
おい、イリア。ちょっと城に行きたいんで、バサカにどいてくれって言ってくれないか？
そっか。シロ、私に会いに来たんじゃなくて、お城に行きたいんだ。それじゃあダメ。当家は第2条建設中につき、しばらく来訪をお断りしています。女の子の気持ちがわからないシロは、おとなしく町に帰ってください。
Yeah, I guess the castle is broken from like Rin's like weird experiment of the jewel sword, right? I guess that's what she's doing during daytime. Ilya waves her hand goodbye, sliding behind Berserker. Even if I wanted to stop her, an impenetrable wall is blocking my path.
いや、待った。城に行きたいってのとイリアに会いたいってのは同義だと思う。
I say it like it is. Even I understand how girls feel. Do you? Do you, Shiro?
にしては上出来だけど、やっぱりダメ。だってお城には何もないもの。シローが来てもいいことなんてないし、聖杯戦争の手がかりもない。うちを調べるぐらいなら街を歩き回ってた方が建設的よ。
そんなことない。イリアの城は面白い。
It's quite elegant inside. I can see Ilya whenever I want, and Sela and Liz are there too. And as for the Holy Grail War clues, well, you never know if you don't look. I mean, Ilya's one of the masters too. Even if there wasn't anything in the castle, there's still a chance of Ilya herself getting involved in some kind of trouble.
考えてること丸分かりなんだから。シローにはあんまり来てほしくないんだけど、ここで断っても懲りずに何度もやってくるだろうしな。いいわ。どうしてもっていうなら考えてあげる。どうせ追い返してもやってくるんだものね。それならそれでちょっと変わった出し物を用意してあげましょう。
Her solemn expression suddenly changed to a suspicious-looking grin. This is the visage of an imp that's just come up with an extraordinary new prank.
おい、イリア。なんかよからぬアイデアひらめいてないか？
A host welcoming their guests is great, but getting carried away with it is definitely not.
そうね。そうと決まれば急いで準備しなくっちゃ。 森を開いて絶壁を作ってちゃんと出迎えの戦車も用意してた。そうそう、セラとリズにも出番をあげなくっちゃ主人失格よね。
Oh, yes, a tank. I remember Ilya, like, literally bringing a tank. She's not listening. I could already hear Ilya's magic circuits turning on at full blast. From what I've heard, her magic just skips over logic and provides the result. She's sort of a miniature Holy Grail. Whatever she wants, as long as it's something within the limits of her magical energy, it will somehow materialize despite even Ilya herself not knowing how.
やっぱり海峡は必要よね。あれなくして何が城攻めかって感じ。
What is she talking about?
迷路は、私の魔力量じゃそこまでは無理っぽいな。
An irreversible event is unfolding at amazing speed. Alas, the wish-granting power of the Holy Grail is being used on something really worthless.
なあイリア、俺城に行きたいだけなんだけど。
準備ができたら喜んで招待してあげるわ。その時まで束の間の平和を謳歌してなさい。覚悟してね、お兄ちゃん。完成の暁にはこれでもかっていうぐらいキリキリ舞にしてあげるんだから。
Okay. After proclaiming my death sentence, Ilya disappears into the mist.
なんか雲行きが怪しくなってきた。
It looks like I'm going to have to overcome a terrifying trial in order to enter the Iceburn Castle. The giant remained silent. Yet somehow I felt like he was saying, "Don't lose heart, boy," as a way of encouragement. Okay. Alright. Lancer's still the harbor. Go school. Nothing there, though. Probably. Well, temple. Nope, nothing there either, probably. Oh, we can go here anyway. Probably nothing will happen. But might as well see the scene anyway. After finishing lunch, I walked through the school building. Even though it's a holiday, I can see people here and there. It's probably the students who are working hard at their club activities. I'm sure the building where the music and art rooms are even more crowded. For some reason, I turned around. Nothing in particular stands out. Only odd part is the fact that I had no reason to look behind me. Well, I suddenly get an urge to drink some tea and head towards the student council room. I appear into classrooms for the hall, and just as I thought, I can see several students inside. The hallway isn't exactly quiet, but behind me it's silent, and I can hear people's voices from in front of me as I walk ahead. Weird. When I turn around, the hallway behind me is completely silent, like someplace else altogether.
なんで振り返ったんだろう、俺。
There's nothing in particular that stands out. There's no reason for me to turn around. I understand there's some reason for me to look behind, like if I felt a chill, but just looking back for no particular reason makes me feel uneasy. Ghost stories are getting popular lately. I can see this becoming one. Sorry about having an urge to turn around when there's no reason to.
この時期の学校らしいといえばらしいのか。
Yep, totally normal. Entrance exams are closing in, and a lot of students are becoming overly sensitive under the stress. These past 4 days, I've had a lot to think about, so I may just be worn out without realizing it. Yep.
そうだな。おとなしく帰って休もう。
The student council room can wait for another time. I walk down the hall, controlling the frequent urge to look back and leave the school. Totally not. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. I mean, the go for a walk is not new, though. Well, I mean, let's call it a day. Why not? That says new, though, so I don't know why that says new. And so the last night ends. The abnormal will return to normal. The curtains will close on this battle. And what should not have been possible will return to the void from which it came from. The clock will strike midnight in about 30 seconds. Once the day changes, the fourth day will die out entirely. The moment a new day begins, all the time that has passed will be completely lost. This is the end. When I open my eyes, I'll be back to my normal, everyday life. Whoop. The Holy Grail War is over. The battle yields no victors. The abnormality remains unexplained. And the hollow paradise keeps on turning. Exit. Restart. Okay. And that was the 4th day. It really is like a Groundhog Day scenario. And we go again.